Hey, come on in. I'm on my back deck, my pretty clean back deck. It's been power washed. Part of it's been sanded, which looks really good, by the way. But I got in my car and met Justin at the grocery store, Mills River. I didn't even have to go into the grocery store, which is quite a blessing. I never have to go in the grocery store. Robert always goes in the grocery store. It's better for one of us to be exposed. And here comes a cat. Yeah, it's a cat time. But I have my tea. Do you have yours? And I have hot tea today. I get to missing it. This is our cute little tea bag. He's whining. Yeah. If he gets in my lap. He doesn't usually get in my lap, but we'll see. He wants to show out. He really wants to show out. So somebody today asked me to label. Here comes the cat. Yep, he's here, right here. There's a little cat head right here. Let's see if I can show him to you. Come here, Penrod. Yeah, here he is. I'm patting his, he's in the cat in the lap. He wants a lap. I'll cross my legs. He'll get settled in here in a minute. He wants to be the center of attention. So somebody sent in a message today. The kneading started. Now he's perched. I'm glad I have on jeans. Now he's on the table. Scott Adams has an issue with his cat. His cat walks across in front of the camera. The tail just goes right across. It's so good to have a cat. But someone said today, please label your shows. And I just laughed. Patty sent me the message, you're going to have to do a better job labeling your shows. And I put the subject in, it's Friday, it's tea time. Mainly it's tea time because we don't talk about a whole lot during tea time. Sometimes I have a topic, but sometimes I don't. And today I don't. Now, many years ago, when we debuted the Flybaby music that Amy wrote, many years ago, it was going to be on PBS, and they wanted my speech. Well, guess what, folks? I don't have speeches. And it's kind of funny when somebody asks you for a speech and you don't know what you're going to say. So here I was in Salt Lake City, going to be speaking in front of 10 or 12,000, and the director says, can I have a copy of your speech? And I said, no, I don't have one. He said, what do you mean you don't have a speech? I said, I don't have prepared words. I don't use a teleprompter. In fact, I'm not really good using a teleprompter. And I don't want to step on God's toes. And he looked at me like, what do you mean? And I said, the Holy Spirit gets a hold of me and I don't know what I'm going to say. So I am not going to jinx it by trying to tell God what I'm going to say. So that's why I don't have a lot of subject in it. Now, for those of you who watch me every day and every time it comes on, just start watching. When I first started watching Scott Adams, he had only done like 20 shows every day in a consecutive order. And I took the time and I watched all the shows I had missed. Yeah, I did that thing. I guess that's the perfectionist in me. And I just decided I would watch them every day. I never miss more than one at a time, and that's in case I have to do something else. And I go back and I re-listen to it. I don't have to watch him live to get the gist of what he's talking about. So folks, watch our shows. Be consistent. Get somebody else in your head for a while. And it's fun. but I'm not going to label them. I'm going to label them the best I can. I try to remember what it is I've said, but sometimes I don't. And that's not a mental faculty problem. It has to do with the Holy Spirit. It's happened to me from the beginning. Patty had said, "That was such a good speech," and I said, "What did I say?" He is interesting. He is interesting. Scott is. Anyway, drink your tea. Tea time is all about relaxing. It's not hot today. Robert says it's a bit muggy, but I don't think so. I think it's kind of nice. I got my car washed. I didn't clean out the inside much. It's not too bad, but the boys had been sanding, and that gets up in the air, and it all stuck to my car. Sometimes it is, Joanne. It's lots of topics. This morning we talked about our children and us giving our children a foundation. That's what flying's all about. Tammy Fox wrote a book, and you can get it on Amazon, Giving Your Children Wings. Somebody has on a flannel shirt and Uggs. I bet that's Leanne. Yep. I didn't even see the name, and I knew it was Leanne. She loves her Ugg boots. But she's higher up than I am. Oh, not good to burn your hand canning tomatoes. That is not good. You got to be really safe. And they make some insulated gloves you can wear that will protect your hands. But being safe canning, making sure everything's clean, this is all good stuff. I used to think you had to put the lids into hot water, and they've changed that up. It just needs to be cold water. Cold water is one of the best things in the world for a burn. Running your hand under cold water. I have a brand new aloe plant that is good for burns. The tool to get hair out of a drain. It's a drain weasel. It's on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon. We've tried to buy them from a company that makes them here in the United States, and they won't sell them to us. So I'll just promote them anyway, because I use them. It's just a little drill-looking thing with a long stick, sort of made out of the material that you use in a weed eater. And at the bottom, there's little Velcros, like a fishing lure at the bottom. And you just turn it in the drain and push it all the way down and turn it. And you'll come out with a wad of hair. Drain zippers. I don't know what a drain zipper is. Robert vacuumed his tree house. Oh, this is good. So good. Well, I don't think a coat hanger will work to clean out a drain. It might, but it's a little bit stiffer than this material. And with the Velcro on the end of this little tool, it grabs the hair like you wouldn't believe. When I first did it, and I keep mine done regularly. When we're in zone 3, I always use the drain weasel in zone 3. And it keeps my drains from getting all clogged up and slowing down my tub from draining. So it's all about setting up a system and sticking to it. This week, right now we're in zone 1. Front porch, your dining room, the entrance of your home. And I am looking pretty good right now. How do you clean a crusty a crusty cast iron. Well, some people, I have done this. I have put it in my oven. My oven that is a self-cleaning oven where you have to self-cleaning oven where it'll eat everything off. I have put my cast iron skillet that was crusty over and dirty in a fireplace after the fire has burnt down and there's just coals in there, and leave it overnight. Pile some coals in it. But one of the best ways to do is to get some easy off, no fume max oven cleaner. Put it in a Rubbermaid tub and cover it and sit it in this stuff. And you can get it clean. And then the secret after that is to re-season it. And without re-seasoning it, you're going to run the risk of it getting rusty and nasty. But the secret is to get the pan, put it on the eye of the stove, and get it hot. And then to take some good oil, avocado oil, or even lard will work. But just a little bit of oil on a paper towel and rub it around on the bottom and on the top, and then stick it in the oven and just let it sit there at about 150 degrees for a couple of hours, and it'll season up just fine. And then you just use it, and you clean it as you use it. I don't use a lot of soap in mine, but I do use a drop. And there are all kinds of videos on YouTube, and there are cast iron Facebook pages that I'm a part of. But the secret is to put it in the oven and let it ride for a little while on a low temperature, and it will get it all done up. But if you've got your grandmother's cast iron, I've got my grandmother's griddle, and if you've got your grandmother's cast iron, go for it. Go for it. Get them clean. Start using them. It's the best thing in the world to get your iron levels up. Cooking in cast iron. They're just amazing. Just amazing. Because the iron level gets into the food. Yeah, when I say just the middles, don't be moving furniture. That's too much. We'll get under the furniture when we're in that zone. Whew. Nice out here. It's just lovely out here. How many of you have gotten rid of some clutter today? I don't have my little sign that says please share. So please share. Please share our video. And thank you to all my supporters and the people who give stars. That's sweet of you. I'm going to get me a pair of red chairs before you know it. I don't like much. Saving my money for them. Wow. I think 100 stars is $1. It's like a penny a piece. Those pennies grow on you. I love my cast iron skillets. I have one that's really thin. I have to be real careful with it, but I love it because it's lightweight. And then I have another one that's my cornbread skillet. And then I have another one that is a 2-egg one, just a small little 2-egg one. It also has, I like it for a small little pone of cornbread. And then I have another one that is pretty much deeper. It's like my chicken frying skillet because it's got sides. And I bake cobblers in them. I make pies in them. I use I use them for everything. I hardly ever use any other pan except a big pasta pot and a big pasta pot and a Dutch oven. I love my Dutch oven. Yep, Dutch ovens are fine things, especially if you have a fire pit. You can have a Dutch oven and you can take a can of peaches, a stick of butter, and a cake mix, a yellow cake mix. Pour it in, stir up the butter and the cake mix and pour the peaches on top and stick it in your fire pit off to the side. And in a little while, you'll have a cobbler, and you get some ice cream and put on top of that, and yum. It's always fun to do on the 4th of July. A good old peach cobbler made with a can of peaches, sliced peaches, a cake mix, and a stick of butter. You can find this recipe on YouTube. In your Dutch oven, sitting in your fire pit. Fun, fun, fun. Just think of yourself as being a pioneer, being one of the people that homesteaded some land somewhere. That's one of the first things Ethan ever learned to cook in a Dutch oven. I gave him my Dutch oven. I got me another one, but I gave him my Dutch oven so that he could learn how to cook for a badge in Scouts. Cooking over an open fire. You can bake biscuits and all kinds of stuff in a Dutch oven if you have enough Dutch ovens. Some people, Eric's dad, he likes to do Dutch oven cooking, but he digs a hole and puts coals down in the hole and builds a fire. Then he takes some of the coals out and puts it on top of there's Dutch ovens that have a ledge on the top that you can put 8 or 10 coals on top of that, so it's heating from top and bottom. Camping's fun. And when you're organized when you're camping and you have a kitchen tub, I truck camp. I don't go in, hike in, I truck camp. You go in with different tubs. You got a station for your kitchen, you got a station for your bathroom stuff, you got a station for fun and games, all in different tubs. Makes it easy, and as soon as you get home, you replenish everything you use and get everything ready to go. And that way, there's nothing standing in your way. Nothing standing in your way. Because you've replenished it all. Make sure your tent's dry. Anyway, drink up. It's going to be a fun weekend. I can already tell. Wow. It's been 23 minutes we've been sitting out here taking a break. Clouds are rolling in. I haven't seen Justin on here, but I forgot to thank him for going in the grocery store for me and going to pick up the shrimp. We got a bag of nice shrimp. They're the large ones. I usually don't get the large ones, but these were beautiful. And we're going to have some shrimps and some corn and some potatoes, little bitty potatoes, and kielbasa sausage cut up into pieces. And it is going to be, and cocktail sauce. Yeah, yummy cocktail sauce. It's living in a jungle. I didn't do the show on the front porch because the neighbor was doing pressure washing today, or using a blower or a mower or something. And it was loud in front. That noise you hear is a rufous-sided toy. That's a bird that's black and white and rust-colored. And it has rust-colored on the sides. Leanne knows I've been craving shrimp for 2 weeks. It's just a good day in the neighborhood. It's a good temperature. It hadn't rained. And I did get my car washed because the sawdust was stuck all over it. I thought it was pollen. And Justin said, Mom, that's sawdust. So it whipped it up in the air, and right over there is my car. My truck, I mean. Pizza's good for supper, yeah. And one time I had a door for a pizza oven, but there's pizza oven instruction manuals on how to build a pizza oven and how to build a fire pit with the pizza oven beside it. Wouldn't that be cool? Well, you can have your own little celebrations. I'm going to be watching Mount Rushmore tonight. I've been to Mount Rushmore, and I'm glad I went. I don't know that I'd go back. I might go back and see Crazy Horse, but I don't know that I'd have to go see Mount Rushmore again. And then it'll be fun. And then there's going to be some flyovers tomorrow in D.C. of some big planes and some antique planes. So that'll be fun to watch. If you can't be there, you can be on video, or you can watch it after the fact. You don't have to be right at the celebration to enjoy it. And I'm sure that the Boston Pops are going to replay last year's show. I always watch the Boston Pops because the guy who is the conductor for the Boston Pops, he is the head musical guy at the Brevard Music Center, Keith Lockhart. His grandparents used to live here, and he went to the camp. And I've been knowing Keith, I've met him, but I haven't been knowing him, but I met him when I worked at the Music Center in 95 and 1996. And he took so much time with those kids. I just thought it was amazing how he was helping those young musicians find their place in the world of music. And they played some mighty good music. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But we don't have the Music Center going on this summer. But soon it will be. Now Justin's cooking some, I think he said yesterday, are brats and hot dogs and doing some ribs for people, and he's got lots of fireworks. They're doing their own little fireworks display. But don't be using hand sanitizer around fireworks, folks. Wash your hands with soap and water. You may have to set up a hand washing station, which is quite easy to do. You get you a little 2-gallon jug of water, and you have some soap, and you have some paper towels, and you put it on a Rubbermaid tub or on a table somewhere, and you build your hand washing station outside. Teach them how to do it. I hear a bee. That's a cardinal, yeah. Somebody knows their birds. There is a cardinal, but that's the Rufus-sided towhee right there. My nephew Alexander used to sell fireworks, and he has a funny story. He sent me a picture, and I have it somewhere. But he was selling fireworks in one of the suburbs of Chicago, and this guy comes in with a purple shirt on, and it says fly on it. Just the words F-L-Y, just the one word, fly. But on the side of the sleeve, it said flylady.net. And Alexander knew immediately that it was his Aunt Marla's t-shirt, and that he had bought it from his Aunt Marla. And he asked him, "Where'd you get that shirt?" "Oh, it was Mama's." I just thought, that's just wonderful. He sent me a picture of him with the guy with the shirt on. Yeah, dogs don't like fireworks. Uh, Tulip's favorite place to get is right behind Robert's chair. And sometimes I have let open the basement door so he can go down in the base, so Tulip can go down in the basement so she won't be scared. She's only had one fireworks time, one. And the first time didn't bother her. Well, no, she's had two. This will be her third because she was born in December. So she had one the first year and then one the next year. I think I hear rain, folks. Yep, that's rain. Rain, rain, go away. But a little rain right now be good for fireworks tomorrow night because all my neighbors will be shooting fireworks. All my neighbors. And one good thing to do with your critters, if you've got some fireworks that are going to be happening, is to shut all your doors and windows and put on some loud music inside the house. Inside the house. And that'll disguise it. Or turn a fan on in the room they're in to kind of have some white noise that'll help it. But the concussion is what they feel, especially if they're close. Isn't it nice just to sit on the back porch with it raining? I hadn't had but one drop hit me right there. One drop hit me, but I can hear it. Well, folks, let's get this party started. It's a holiday. Today is the holiday, and then tomorrow's a holiday. I love it when the third and fourth fall on a Friday and a Saturday. I love it when the fourth falls on a Wednesday, too, because the whole week is holiday. I just love the 4th of July, don't you? That's funny. You have the same bird calling back. Well, y'all stay safe. If you're getting a bunch of people, wear your mask. Be safe. I don't care what people are saying about masks. You have to follow what's on your heart. Wear a mask and be safe. It can't go wrong. I mean, I heard about a bunch of educators in California that had a meeting of principals, and now 35 principals are in quarantine. Why? Because they didn't wear their mask. I know people born on the 4th of July. Yeah, Emily Harriman. She was born on the 4th of July. A good friend of mine and Eric's. So y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. It's going to be a fun time at Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. See, I'm fly washed. I really am. I think of Mount Washmore instead of saying Mount Rushmore. Isn't that funny? See, I don't care. I don't give a flip. Nope, don't give a flip. Because it's just funny. And when you can laugh at yourself, there's nothing better. Nothing better in this whole wide world than to just say, hey, I messed up. Okay, what's next? Next. Well, Vicky's got a birthday coming up on Tuesday. I love you all. I will see you later. Have a great evening.